I never thought my best friend would become my husband's wife. Good day, everyone. Please hide my identity. People always say, be careful who you trust. I used to think that that advice was for other people, not me. My best friend and I had been close since secondary school. We celebrated birthdays together, prayed together, and dreamed about our future families. She wasn't just my friend, she was the sister I chose. When I got married, she stood beside me on my wedding day. She held my backwards, fixed my dress, and whispered, "We are going to have a beautiful marriage." I believe every word. A few years later, life became busy. Between work, the children, and everyday responsibilities, my husband and I didn't spend as much time together as we used to. Whenever I complained, my best friend always had comforting words. "Marriage is not always easy," she would say. "Be patient, things will get better." I had no idea she already knew more about my marriage than I did. One evening, my husband told me that he wasn't happy anymore. He said that he needed a space to figure out his life. I was heartbroken, but I didn't want to force anyone to stay. So I let him go, hoping that time will heal whatever was broken between us. Months passed. Then one afternoon, I received a message from someone I didn't spoken to in years. It simply said, "I'm sorry, but I think you should see this." Attached was a photo. At first, I didn't understand what I was looking at. Then I looked closely. There was my husband, dressed as a groom. Standing beside him in a wedding gown was my best friend. The same woman who had wiped my tears, encouraged me to fight for my marriage, and told me everything would be okay. My hand started shaking. I didn't cry immediately. I just stared at the pictures, hoping my eyes were playing tricks on me. But they weren't. The two people I trusted the most had started a new life together. For weeks, I shut everyone out. I kept asking myself the same question. How long had this been going on? I never got an answer. Eventually, I realized I could spend the rest of my life searching for explanation, or I could choose to heal. So I chose myself. I started smiling again. I spent more time with my children, focused on my future, and slowly found peace. Looking back now, I don't hate either of them. Some betrayals break your heart,